What's the best glass for drinking and nosing whiskey?
Let's find out.
What is going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new video. And as you can see, we have a special guest behind the bar top. This is my fiance, Olivia.
Hi.
Today, she's gonna help me out a little bit because we have a fun video in store, but I can't do it myself. We are going to find out what out of these 5 glasses that we have in front of us is the best glass to nose and then enjoy your bourbon out of. And I can't nose these bourbons blind without holding them and finding out what they are. So that's gonna be her job. So today on the bar top, the glasses that we have are the traditional Glencairn. We have the neat glass. We have the Norling glass. We have a Kenzie tasting glass. And then just your traditional rocks glass. So what we're gonna do here is she's going to hold these up randomly in front of my nose. I'm going to be blindfolded and I'm gonna rank these 1 to 5 on the nose. And then after that, she's going to get out of here and I'm going to rank them 1 to 5 on my favorite drinking aspect of the glasses. How do I look?
Perfect.
Can't see anything. So you know what your job is, right?
Yes.
All right, so you're just going to pick a random glass, hold it up to my nose, don't touch my nose with it, and I'm gonna give you all what I think that glass gives.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, not in any specific order. This is glass number 1.
All right. Very soft. And all of these have a 3/4 ounce pour of the E.H. Taylor small batch. It's 100 proof. I figured 100 proof would be a great bourbon to pour into these. So bring that back up here, please. It's very soft. It's not really giving much. Could you give it a little swirl? See if you can coat the edge of the glass for me.
Better?
Yes. So it definitely gives, after that, it's still really soft. I'm not really getting much of any kind of a smell out of there. So I'm gonna just give that one a 3, put it right in the middle for right now. So that glass is number 3.
All right. We will do glass number 2 now.
This one definitely has more vapors coming off of it. I definitely get more of a pronounced nose off of this. The flavors, I can actually smell things off of this. Oh yeah, this one's definitely giving off a sweeter nose than the other one. I'm not getting a lot of alcohol. Usually I stick my nose deep into these, but I'm really not allowed to this time because I usually touch the glass. But I'm definitely gonna give that one a higher score than the first one. So I'm gonna put that in the 2 spot.
Okay. All right, time for glass number 3.
All right, so this one here, I'm definitely getting a little bit more off of as well. I definitely get a little bit more of an alcohol punch off of this glass. It definitely has more vapors coming out of there. It's actually burning my eyes a little bit. But I don't think it's better than 2, but it's definitely better than the first one. So I'm gonna put that one, so move the first one to the 4th place and put that one in the 3rd place.
Okay. All right, glass number 4.
Do we swirl it?
Yeah.
Oh. That one's very nice. I'm not getting a lot of alcohol burn off of that, but I'm definitely getting the notes from the bourbon itself. It's just very sweet. I like that one a lot. It's the easiest to nose from this distance. I'm gonna put that one in 1st place.
What? All right. All right, and for glass number 5.
The final glass,
Final glass, swirling it around as you like.
as you should.
Sure.
Is it there?
It's here.
That one also gives off a lot of ethanol burn. It's hard to breathe. Yeah, that one gives off a bunch of ethanol. That one's going in last place.
All right.
All right, so I'm gonna take my blindfold off and we are going to find out what this order is.
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Wow. Okay. So the Norling glass came in first place. Your traditional rocks glass came in second place. The Glencairn came in third. The neat glass came in fourth. And your Kenzie tasting glass came in fifth place.
Are you surprised by these results?
I'm surprised by the rocks glass coming in second place. I thought either the Glencairn would come in the top two. So the one thing about the neat glass here, which is a really cool thing, is the way that it's designed is you can really dig your nose deep into this glass, and the way that that bulb is designed and the rim of the glass having that pronounced edge, really, really cool design. It takes those ethanol vapors and just sends them out around your nose, whereas your traditional Glencairn puts everything right there in your nose. So what they did with the design of this glass is to allow you to literally put your entire face in this glass and get a lot of that beautiful bourbon nose. But what we weren't able to do most likely in this experiment was go really deep because of just the factors going against us and not having it be able to touch my face. Because if it touched my face with that wide rim, I would most likely know exactly what glass this was. But I really enjoy the aspect of the design of this glass. It is used by a lot of whiskey judges in a lot of the whiskey awards tournaments and things like that. So this glass definitely is a fun glass, and I enjoy drinking out of that one every so often as well. But I have a question. Do you want to nose these and see if you can find notes out of these and see if you don't get a lot of burn out of some of these and vice versa?
Sure. Full disclosure, I don't have any knowledge like he does. I listen to him. And
I don't have any knowledge either.
Yes, he does. I listen to him and I watch him and I try things with him, but I don't know nearly as much as Nathan does. So we can give it a try. Not sure how it will go because it all burns to me at this point, but we'll see if any of the glasses change that.
We're going to see. All right, so we're going to start with this glass as her first glass to see if she enjoys the smell of bourbon or if she just gets ethanol off of it. I think what we're going to do for your ranking is rank them on a scale of ethanol burn. So let's see if it gives you a lot of ethanol, that's going to come in last place. If you get little ethanol, that'll come in first place.
I would rank this either 2 or 3 from my guesses from my past experiences.
Okay, so we'll put that in the number 2 spots at the time being. Let's move on to this glass right here for her.
Now I get a lot more ethanol.
A lot more ethanol? But do you get, like, are the flavors of the bourbon more pronounced, or is it just ethanol coming off of that?
It's not just ethanol, but I smell more of that vanilla or like sweet smell on the first one.
Let me do this for you real quick. Giving you a nice little coating on the outside of the glass there.
So I smell the sweetness, but I definitely still smell the ethanol.
So where you're gonna put this in, like, third for right now?
You put the other one in second?
I put the other one in second.
Third place.
So third place. All right, so glass number 3, we're gonna go off of this glass right here. Let me give you a nice coating. All right.
Okay, so that one I don't really get any ethanol.
Okay.
So in the scale of least ethanol to the most, I would put that in number 1.
Number 1, okay. So number 1 for her right there. All right, so glass number 4, we're gonna go off of this glass right here.
All right, I take that back. Put that one at 1 and shift everything back 1. Yeah.
So this is number 1 as least ethanol.
Can I smell the other one?
The other number 1?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. 1, and then the one that I just smelled. 2.
Is 2?
Yeah.
Okay. And finally, glass number 5.
Okay, I need to compare that one to whatever I have in 4th place now.
4th place?
Okay. All right, that one goes in fourth. The one that's currently in fourth goes into fifth.
Goes into fifth. Okay. Now, do you want to go through these one more time, or do you feel confident in your order?
I feel confident.
All right, so let's find out what your order was. So, as somebody who does not drink bourbon on the regular, or hardly ever for that fact, or knows, your order was completely different than mine. So, in fifth place, you have the Glencairn. This is what everybody goes to as a whiskey drinker. It's just that glass it's the face of whiskey pretty much. Number 4 was my number 1 glass. That's the Norling glass. This is the double-walled glass, hand-blown, very, very beautiful glass. But I would imagine because of the same style of design on the inside of the glass, you're getting that ethanol burn going into your nose. Next up in third place, which is interesting, was the Rocks glass, which I believe was second place for me, came in third place for you, and you didn't get a lot of burn off of this.
Not too much.
Now, the really interesting one is the Kenzie tasting glass. Now, it's pretty much the same exact design as a Glencairn.
I do stand by my decision. I feel like this one doesn't burn as much.
Now, I don't know if it's because of the height of the wall compared to a Glencairn, and it has that slight lip out that it evaporates those ethanol vapors a little bit better, but nonetheless came in second place for you. Now, what I was really expecting to come in first place for you, which it did, was the neat glass, and it did exactly as it's supposed to. Dissipated those ethanol vapors for her, and she was able to actually enjoy the nose of the bourbon and not get a lot of that ethanol burn. Whereas a lot of us go for that more traditional route and we're going for the Glencairn, or if we just have one, a rocks glass. Whereas this one is designed for that specific nosing aspect of the bourbon. All right, so we had our ranking for the nose of the glass. Now we got to go in and get the ranking for the experience of the drinking of the whiskey. Now I'm definitely going to do this. Do you want to do this?
I think this one's better suited for you.
Better suited for me. Well, I appreciate you helping me.
Yes, I had fun. Thank you for having me.
If you guys want to see more of her on the channel, maybe we start to get her tasting some things, leave a like down below and drop a comment.
We'll see. Bye, everyone.
All right, so for the tasting process, this is just going to be easy. What is the drinkability of this glass? Is it easy to drink out of? Does it make the experience easy? Does it make it difficult? Is it enjoyable along those lines? So we're going to start with the one on our left here. This is the neat glass, and we're going to find out just how easy it is to drink out of this glass. So the thing out of this glass that makes it not the easiest to drink out of is the fact that this lip is so wide and so pronounced on that angle, and the belly of the glass, the bulb of the glass, is also so fat that the bourbon just sits in there, and you have to literally almost put it on a 90-degree angle to get anything to come out into your mouth. So you have to lean your head back really far, and it makes the experience not as enjoyable. So for the drinkability of this glass, rather than the experience that this glass gives, I'm going to give it 5th place at the moment. 5th place for the neat glass for drinking purposes. Next up, we're going to move on to the Kenzie tasting glass. Now, the Kenzie tasting glass, very, very easy drinking glass. Comes right out. It's a thicker rim on the top of the glass. I traditionally like a thinner rimmed glass like the Glencairn. The nice thing about this is I always like to hold my bourbon and warm it up in my hand. And with this, it's a very easy hold in the hand. Don't have to be super, super delicate with it. And it just knocks back super, super easy. So for that, I'm just going to put it in 3rd place right off of the bat. Next up, we're going to move on to the rocks glass. Now, the rocks glass is a whiskey guy's go-to, right? I mean, you feel masculine holding it. It looks good in the glass. Really, really nice when you have a really nice designed looking rocks glass as well, rather than just your straight walled flat glass. If you got a nice little design on your glass, makes that whiskey look really beautiful. So for the design aspect and the comfortability of the glass, I think it's 100% really good glass. But drinking wise, how does it compare to the others? Now, the good thing about a rocks glass, right, is the name itself, rocks. You can put a large rock ball inside of this glass and it changes the bourbon up completely. You can't put a rock in a Glencairn. You can't really put a rock in that bad boy. In a Kenzie glass, not so much. So this is the only glass that a lot of guys really drink out of because they drink on the rocks. So I think for that, I'm gonna have to put this one in second place. Let's move on to the Norling glass. Now this is a really, really cool glass. I really like the design of this glass. It's a double walled glass so that the temperature that the whiskey goes in the glass, it pretty much stays at, because on that outside, your hand can hold on to and it's not going to warm the bourbon up. Drinkability out of this glass, very, very easy as well. The lip of the design sends it right into the back of your tongue. Doesn't really, it's a little bit wider of a rim compared to a Glencairn, and it sips very, very easily. So I think for that, I'm going to have to move these over, and that one is going to be in second place at the moment. Now, let's move on to what everybody loves, the Glencairn. Now, the Glencairn is super, super easy. It's got a nice little stem here that you can hold on to if you want to feel a little bit more elegant. But if you just want to hold on to that bulb of the glass, by all means, you definitely can. And it's super easy to drink out of. It sends it right into the designated areas that your palate is looking for these bourbons. Coats the entire top of your tongue. The one thing I don't really enjoy about a Glencairn though is the mouth wall is it's so skinny. Really can't go too large of a sip, which you're really not looking to do with bourbon. But when you have a bigger nose like I do, it hits the top of your nose. And I really don't like my glass hitting the tip of my nose. Not the most comfortable situation. So I think on that note alone, the Norland's going to stay in first, Glencairn in second, rocks glass in third, the Kenzie tasting glass in fourth, and the neat glass in fifth. Now for design aspect, I'm just gonna rank these really, really quickly. I think that the neat glass for design and purpose comes in first place. The Norling glass for design and purpose definitely comes in second. Glencairn comes in third for its purpose and design. Rocks glass in fourth, and your Kenzie tasting glass in fifth. Specifically for the reasons that this is made for nosing and dissipating those alcohol vapors. This one here, really, really nice to hold and enjoy your whiskey out of. The Glencairn comes in third due to the fact that it is just a well-balanced glass to enjoy your whiskey from. The rocks glass, that masculine styled glass that a lot of whiskey drinkers enjoy drinking their whiskey neat and also on the rocks for. And the Kenzie tasting glass, I think that this one just doesn't fill my niche. And I think that for that aspect, it's gonna come in fifth place for the design aspect of a glass. So with that said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my fiance joining me in on this adventure of a video. It was a fun one. Hope to get her on more of these videos. But with that said, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Until next time, this has been Nathan with The Everyday Drinker. Cheers.